Okay, we're actually doing this. And we're back 5 years later. I don't even know what to say. Hi, welcome back. I'm sure a lot of people probably forgot they were even subscribed to this channel and they're seeing this in their subscription box like, what happened to you? So yeah, for those who don't know me, my name is Becca, as it is on this channel, and I started this YouTube channel with my cousin 5 years ago during COVID. As I don't even remember when we started it, why exactly. I'm sure we were just bored. But you know, we were kids that grew up with YouTube. We always wanted to do YouTube, make content in general, and you know, COVID actually made that into a reality, and we were pretty consistent for quite some time. A lot of the videos I think are private, but I unprivated a lot of them like a couple years ago, so they're still up if you want to watch them. They're probably very cringe because we were like 18, 19 at the time. And the last video that we posted was a get ready with me that I did on my 19th birthday, and now today is my 24th birthday, so 5 years later. So crazy. And yeah, I felt compelled to do another birthday chit chat get ready with me. Not sure why. Who knows if this is even going to get posted. If not, then it's just a nice memory for myself. Yeah, I kind of just turned on the camera with no plan, so I'm just gonna do my makeup and yap, and hopefully you enjoy. If not, I will enjoy it. Where do I even start? I can't multitask. I'm over here like trying to talk, trying to find my makeup. Bear with me, please. Okay. So why am I back 5 years later? I don't know. Honestly, I started rewatching a lot of these videos like a couple months ago. And at first I didn't want to because I really thought it was gonna make me sad. But honestly, going back and rewatching the videos is always like so special to me. I love that we have that content, and I honestly kind of wish we didn't stop, because obviously we would have gotten better and better over time, but it's okay. You know, YouTube will always be here, hopefully always be here, because I can't live without YouTube. I'm on YouTube every damn day. So yeah, so where have we been the past 5 years? Well, the last time I was here, I had just turned 19. I was a freshman in college, which is so crazy now looking back because I'm like a year and a half post-grad. Been working full-time for well over a year now, which is crazy. I still feel like I'm 19, 20 at heart. But yeah, so at the time we were freshmen in college. It was still very much COVID. We were doing school fully virtual. Also, by the way, not to completely change the subject, but now I have a camera, which maybe is why I felt so compelled. All those old videos were filmed on like my old iPhone. So we got a nice upgrade. I also have this nice little ring light that I just got today for my birthday. So shout out to my stepdad. Thank you so much. I did drop quite a few hints that I wanted a ring light and a tripod, so I'm glad he listened. Anyway, back to the recap. So was still doing school like fully virtual, and I was working at my local restaurant. Cass and I were both working there. We were both servers, which I have stories for days on that if anyone ever wants to hear about working in the restaurant industry. I wouldn't make a lot of content about it because quite frankly, I want to put that in the past or leave it in the past. But it was a time for sure. Okay, sorry if my little mirror is blocking it, but I didn't really like that angle from before. Also, I feel like you see a lot of the background, which I don't know if I fully mind. I really should have done this before, but whatever. I'm a little rusty, okay? Please forgive me. So, was still in college and had not lived a lot of life yet. So, yeah, So maybe that's why we kind of stopped making content, because our lives just weren't that interesting. And so I guess we just kind of gave up. Like, I remember we were doing Vlogmas. So my birthday is the 10th of December. So we did a whole 10 days of Vlogmas and then just decided to stop for whatever reason. I guess we just got lazy. But yeah, we didn't really have like too much going on. I guess if you go back and watch those vlogs, it's like not a lot is happening. But, you know, I'm still proud of us for doing it and just having the confidence to post, because it can feel so, I don't want to say embarrassing, but like a little embarrassing to go and post on YouTube, which I think is maybe why we stopped. I don't know. But yeah. After that, you know, we were still in school, still doing the restaurant, and that was pretty much my life for like all of college. I was a commuter and I worked the entire time, and I don't want to say I regret it. I think if I could go back in time, I would have went to community college first and figured things out a little bit more, and then would have went to a 4-year for my last 2 years. But hey, we live and we learn. Like, I don't regret like my journey at all. But I didn't really have like a real college experience. Yeah. And then I got into a relationship later that spring, my first real relationship ever. So you kind of know how that goes. And that was the next 3.5 years of my life. Not gonna get into that in this video, but so that was like pretty much my life, was school, work, relationship. And on top of that, like relationship, friendships, everything was all intertwined. At my old job, there was no separation between home life, there was no separation between like work life and personal life. So it was just a lot. So I guess that's why we didn't really post as well. Me just sitting here naming like every reason why we never went back to YouTube, and now I'm just suddenly popping out year 24. But hey, maybe this will be the year. We'll see. Again, this is more so for me than anything. So if this gets posted, cool. And if not, then it's a fun memory for me. Guess I will catch you guys up on what I'm even doing now. As I mentioned, I work full time. So I am an assistant fashion buyer, I guess you could say. Most people don't know what that is. They're like, you're a buyer? Like, what does that even mean? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best at explaining it, so please bear with me. But essentially, I work in retail. But I like to say I work in fashion because it sounds much more glamorous. Which, it's not a lie, because I work in clothes, women's clothes to be specific. But so the way a lot of retail companies work is, I guess you would think, like with the fashion clothing company, that there's a whole team that just designs everything and they produce everything themselves, which some companies are like that, but my company is different. We don't produce our own clothes, we buy them from other vendors essentially. So there's kind of like a middleman. So a lot of my job is really just working with vendors, you know, managing vendor relationships, writing product orders, managing those product orders, making sure everything's getting there on time. But again, I'm just an assistant to the buyer. So I just help my boss buy clothes. So what I like to say, or how I like to describe it to people, is that 20% of my job is shopping, which is great. Like, if you know me in real life, you know that that's right up my alley. Like, I've literally been paid to go to the mall and comp shop. But you don't know what comp shop is, it's like competitor shopping. So kind of just going and seeing, you know, what other stores are selling, what kind of deals they're advertising and stuff. So yeah, I've gotten paid to go to the mall. Only a couple times, but that was like living the dream. The first day that happened, I was like, wow, this is amazing. So yeah, but I do a lot of computer work, Excel work. I manage like a whole assortment sheet with everything we have coming in by month. I work with the planning team, making sure we're staying within budget, all this stuff. There's a lot that goes into it. So if you guys would like content about it, please let me know. I'd love to talk more about it. Again, because I feel like people don't really know what I do. I'm not gonna do foundation today. Ugh, I should have put my concealer on before. This is so embarrassing to admit, but I only recently just started like leaving my concealer on to like sit for a couple minutes while I do other stuff. Like, I feel really dumb for not realizing that before, but I never said I was a beauty guru. This was never a beauty channel. This is just an amateur doing her makeup. So please don't bully me. It's my birthday. Thank you. So I guess I'll do... I don't want to go crazy with eyeshadow. My skin's been really dry because it's been so fucking cold here. So brick. But I might just do a little something because I need something to do all this concealer sets. So yeah, so I've been at my job for like 13 months now, and I do really like it for the most part. Like any job, of course, it's gonna have, you know, it's gonna come with its own bullshit. You know, not every day is perfect. It's not always as glamorous as I like to make it seem, but I mean, again, I was in the restaurant industry for 5 years. I can handle anything. And honestly, anywhere was a step up from that. I cannot find my brush for my lid. It's probably right in front of my face. Yep, it was right in front of my face. Am I the only one that still has all of her old palettes from 2016? Let's do a quick little recap while we let this set. So first, my chocolate bar palette, which I was just at Ulta, again, like I said, for Black Friday. And I'm there like once a week. It's a problem. But I don't even think Too Faced makes any of these palettes anymore. Which I don't understand why I'm surprised. But let's see if it still smells like chocolate. A little bit. And honestly, they're probably all expired. So I'm a little nervous. I probably shouldn't use them. But like, I have so much left. Like, I've barely made a dent in this palette. That's one. And then, of course... Modern Renaissance. This palette is fire though. Like, come on. Which I don't think they make this one anymore either, which is so sad. Crazy. And obviously we all know these got discontinued. Yeah, these ones I definitely don't reach for, because who is doing a rose gold eye? Like, no wonder those went out of business. I have this too. This one I feel like wasn't as like popular. Which, guys, I'm telling you right now, Tarte, they're the next company to go out of business. Don't ask me how I know that. That's just my prediction. But, I mean, this is a good neutral palette. I don't know why this turned into, like, a makeup collection, but... And then, of course, the Glow Kit. I actually did use this recently for a little bit of highlight, because I don't own other highlighter. I feel like highlight went out of style, but now it's kind of back. Anyway, I'm not going to use any of those palettes. I'm going to go for this one. I got this, fun fact, I actually did an internship at Shiseido. When was that, 2 years ago at this point? That was another, like, really rough time. I guess I could do a quick little recap of that. So, I went to school for... So, originally when I started, I was an accounting major. I know. Like, I feel like I don't give accounting vibes at all. But I took accounting in high school, and I actually loved it. I was really good at it. But I also just had a really good teacher. So I did that as my major, and then I very, very quickly switched to marketing. So I was in the business school. Backtrack. I tell all my stories backwards, so sorry. But I always knew I wanted to go to school for business, and then took accounting in high school. So I was like, all right, I'll just major in that, because at that point I had taken accounting for 2 years. And the only reason I took accounting in high school is because I took entrepreneurship my sophomore year, and they were like, well, if you're going to study business, you have to take accounting, which is true. So I'm very glad I took it in high school, because if I had waited until I got to college to take accounting, I would have been so lost. So taking it in high school very much helped. So yeah, very quickly switched to marketing, and I was just marketing for like my whole freshman year, I think. And then sophomore year, so the way Rutgers Business School works is that you have to take like the intro to every like major that they offer. So like intro to finance, intro to accounting, intro to marketing, and then intro to supply chain. And I'm forgetting a couple majors, but not important. So I took intro to supply chain, and my professor was very persuasive. He was like, oh, like supply chain careers are in such high demand right now. Like everyone should add supply chain to their major. Like there's, you know, you're guaranteed a job when you graduate and you're gonna make a good starting salary, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right, cool. So I added supply chain onto my major. So that was a double major, which wasn't really too bad because it's both in the business school. So the core requirements were basically the same. But with supply chain, you had to do an internship to graduate. And so that's how I ended up at the Shiseido internship. And I did fine in like all my supply chain classes. I felt like knowledgeable, but when I went and did the internship, it was like a completely different story. So I had interviewed in March. I interviewed with like this one senior planner, went well, got the internship, was super happy. Oh my god, I look crazy now with just eyeshadow on and no mascara. Ugh. So I interviewed with her and got the internship. Great. A couple weeks, maybe a month or two goes by, I didn't hear anything. Now, because I was required to do it for credit, I needed to like reach out to them and have them like fill out some forms. So I reached out to the HR lady who I'd been working with, and she let me know that the person I interviewed with resigned. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So they moved me to a different planning team who I didn't interview with, whatever. And, you know, offer up, like, we introduced each other to ourselves over email. Like, she seemed really nice. She seemed really excited to meet me. Cool. Whatever. I get there. So my first day of the internship was, like, amazing. It felt like a dream because we went to their headquarters in the city. I wasn't in their office in the city. I was in their office down south because that's where my department was for whatever reason. But the headquarters in the city is beautiful. It was so cool. Like, it felt amazing. I felt like such a little corporate baddie. It was great. Literally day 2, it was already a dub. Like, it was so bad. So the person I was reporting to was like the director of planning for Drunk Elephant. I forgot to mention that. I worked for Drunk Elephant. Well, intern for Drunk Elephant, I should say. And so she was the director. So she was insanely busy. Like, so honestly, I can't even blame her for not being able to like teach me, but like she let me shadow her a little bit like that first week, but she was not about to sit there and like explain things to me. She kind of just tried to give me assignments and kind of let me figure it out. And I had like a million questions and she wasn't able to help me. Like if you looked at her team's calendar, she had meetings like overlapping. Like she did not have time to deal with an intern. And we didn't really have much of like a team. Like she had 2 people reporting to her, but they were both remote in like California. So not only were they remote, but there was also a time difference. So it was like a whole mess. And then she ended up, everyone was supposed to be like hybrid. She somehow got away with like working from home. Like the internship was from the beginning of June to the very beginning of August. I did not see her like the entire month of July and barely for the month of June. Like she was barely there. And then, so I was just miserable. I was driving like an hour down south every day. Not every day, no, it was hybrid. So 3 days a week. I'm just thinking every day because I'm not hybrid now, which that's a whole nother conversation. But so was driving down to sit in an office to do basically nothing for like 8 hours. I was so miserable. Like I knew this woman did not like me. And like, again, I don't fully blame her because I'm even thinking of myself now because I can be pretty busy. I can't imagine if they stuck me with an intern and were like, all right, like show her the ropes. So I don't blame her at all. But yeah, that internship was so miserable that I literally had to call my advisor over the summer and I was like, I don't even want to be a supply chain major anymore. I had a couple credits left to finish like my supply chain degree. I was like, I don't even want it. I don't want to do this. I hate this so much. I remember I hated it too because it was just looking at Excel like all day and I didn't even feel like I was working in the beauty industry. Like I felt so disconnected from like the actual product, I was like, I don't like this. I want to work with the product. Like, I don't want to look at numbers all day. Like, that's just not me. Like, I'm not that analytical of a person to where I could just look at numbers all day. But like, it's so funny because now I use Excel for work, but I'm much more hands-on with products. Like, I'm working with like actual clothing samples like every single day. So like, as I mentioned, I'm in office 5 days a week. It's not like I'm there for nothing. I mean, some days it's like I could have been home. If I really need to, I can work from home. So I hated it so much. But I don't even remember why I started talking about that. I think it's because I pulled out my NARS palette and then I was like, oh, let me fill them in on one thing from the past 5 years. So that was just a little bit of lore. Yeah. And then at the end of it, like, because I said I did the internship for credit, so like my boss had to like grade me or whatever. She failed me so bad. Like, I probably still have the picture of it, but she was like, Rebecca does not understand supply chain terms or this, that, and the third. I'm like, excuse me. I was not that bad. Like, I would try and ask questions, but again, like, she didn't have time to teach me. But like, it was just a miserable experience for both of us, honestly. Like, so that's how I learned supply chain was like not a good fit. But again, I feel like my classes didn't like fully prepare me for it because it was a lot of just like book terms, but there wasn't really like hands-on examples. Like, I only remember using Excel in one class, and that was my demand planning class. And we used Excel like a little bit, but it wasn't like a lot. Oh my god, I feel like this is gonna look so bad on camera. It's also ironic now though, because I work with like my planning team like very closely in my job now. And like, when I sit in meetings with them and they're just like going over like all the numbers and stuff, I'm like, how did I ever think I could do this? Like, this is not me at all. So moral of the story, if you're not super analytical and you don't want to just look at Excel all day long, don't go into supply chain. Yeah, I guess I should talk a little bit about my birthday plans. I don't have anything like too crazy going on. I actually spent my last day as a 23-year-old in the hospital. Yes. I'm fine, thank God. But over the weekend, like Saturday, I want to say it started, I like randomly got hit with like really bad stomach pain. And so like Saturday, I just was dealing with like the worst bloating of my entire life. Didn't know what was going on. But I was still like eating, drinking, and things as normal. Well, I didn't really drink Saturday. I shared like a drink or two with my friend when we went out, but that was it. Sunday, same thing. I was in the city with my family. Ate and everything is normal, but then I was feeling like more and more sick. Like, we were waiting for the path and I literally almost threw up. My aunts were freaking out. I was like, I'm fine, I'm fine. Monday, I got up, went to work like normal, even though I was in pain. Like, I just had like the worst stomach pain. Like, I felt like something was just contracting in there. It was so painful. It was just stomach pain too. It wasn't really like other stuff. But yeah, so I went to work like normal. I ended up leaving early. I told my boss, I was like, I need to go home, try and take some medicine. Left around like 3. Thank God I did, because literally driving home, I like, and I feel like this doesn't have much to do with the stomach pain, but I could like barely keep my eyes open. It was so bad. But thank God I got home safe and sound, beat all the rush hour traffic, came home, was still like suffering. So I had my mom bring me to urgent care. They tested me for everything came back normal. She gave me Zofran to help with nausea, and then like something else for my stomach, whatever. Went home. The medicine helped a little bit. Went to sleep, woke up on Tuesday. She had written me a doctor's note. So yeah, this is yesterday. Stayed home yesterday and whatever. So I got up. I was like, okay, let me just eat a banana, like, see how I feel. Ate the banana, took my medicine, and the pain was still just like unbearable. Like, I was literally screaming in pain. like I couldn't help it. I was in so much freaking pain. Like I couldn't do anything. So my mom brought me to the ER. She was like convinced I had appendicitis, which I was low-key starting to think I had too. Like, it was intense. Like, I've had stomach pain before, like who hasn't? But that was like a whole nother level. Like, I'd never dealt with that in my life. But yeah, overall verdict was basically just gastritis. Which, I don't know. My theory, though, is that... Okay, so Friday night, I cooked dinner. And I cook a lot of, like, lemony dishes because I just love lemon. So I made, like, a lemon salmon orzo. It was so good. And then the recipe that I use has white wine. So I'd sent my stepdad out to get white wine. I was like, you know what? It's my birthday weekend. I'm going to treat myself to, like, a glass or two of wine with dinner. And you know what? Pick up a little Baileys, too. Because I love Baileys. Like, literally my 21st birthday, I got so many bottles of Baileys. I was like, a little bit of Baileys so I can have a nice little nightcap. So, yeah, I have my dinner with, like, the lemony salmon orzo, which I didn't even use that much lemon. I did the juice of one lemon for, like, the whole dish for 4 people. 3 people. 3 people, 4 servings. Had a couple glasses of wine, and then for dessert, I just had a couple pieces of chocolate and the Baileys. And then I woke up the next day and my stomach was hurting. So I'm just convinced, like, I was just eating way too much acid and I just, like, messed up the chemistry in my stomach. That's my theory. So, yeah, now I need to go see a gastroenterologist at the ripe old age of 24. So, isn't that nice? But, yeah. It was very much traumatic. Like, my whole family was calling me yesterday, like, oh my god, are you okay? My uncle calls me, he's like, oh my god, they told me you're in critical condition. I'm like, I'm home now, I'm fine, but thank you for your concern. He just be dramatic though, I think he was kidding. But yeah, so that was my last day as a 23-year-old. Thankfully, I'm feeling fine today, taking it easy, just eating a little bit lighter. Which, oh my god, then the doctor had come in and she was telling me I need to, like, cut back on, like, more acidic foods, which include onions and chocolate. I'm like, I can't. I will... Now, here's the thing. I will never cut either of those 2 food groups out. Again, I'm very much convinced that I was just doing too much on Friday. So I need to take a step back. But I will never cut out onions or chocolate. Like, how can I live like that? I can't. I do want to, like, cut down on drinking though. Not that I drink a lot. I'm a social drinker, which that's the other thing. Like, I don't really drink at home, like, ever. Like, it's very, very rare that I do that. So I'm like, wow, the one time I try to do it to celebrate my birthday, this happens to me. Like, why? But yeah, I'm very much like a social drinker, but honestly, drinking, it's like Russian roulette. Like, more often than not, like, I just feel so disgusting after I drink, like, the next day. Like, I sleep like shit. My skin will be messed up, which I deal with acne enough as it is. So, I don't need anything to help exasperate that. So, I'm, like, kind of debating if I'm even gonna drink this weekend. I'm supposed to be going out with my friends on Saturday. We're gonna do dinner and then this, like, candle making thing in Jersey City, which I'm very excited for. But now I might have to do it sober, which is not the end of the world, but I'm 24, okay? I want to go out and drink on my birthday weekend. Is that too much to ask? So that was, like, the whole fiasco of the past couple days. Very much dramatic. But today I woke up thankfully feeling good. So I was at Island Spa for a nice couple hours and then I went to the mall because I wanted to buy myself a new perfume for my birthday. Makeup is done. I'm gonna put my lip on because it would feel incomplete. Even though I'm literally about to go eat an apple after this because I'm getting so hungry. But oh, not that I've been showing my products at all, but I got this from Sephora for my birthday gift. Little Makeup by Mario duo, and I really like it. I honestly might have to buy the full size once this is done because I really, really like it. I also have no clue what I'm even wearing to dinner yet. Oh yeah, so that's the rest of my birthday plan. So I was at the spa, then the mall for a little bit. Now I'm here and I have a couple hours. What time is it? Ugh. It's literally 4 o'clock and I'm doing my makeup for my 6:30 dinner reservation. But I'm just bored. So bear with me. But I don't know exactly what I'm gonna wear. I might wear this fur vest that I thrifted that I just have hanging on my door. But I don't know, I haven't decided. I also have to figure out this hair. It got a little ruined from the humidity and the saunas, but it was worth it. I mean, you guys probably think it looks fine, but I know it's not, which sucks because I had such a good wash day and it was looking so good. But between being in the hospital yesterday without any of my satin pillowcases or bonnet, and then today with the sauna, it got messed up. So yeah, I think we're gonna do a quick little birthday haul. So shout out to my stepdad. He got me the little ring light that came with like a little tripod, but obviously I can't show it because that's what my camera is sitting on. And then he also got me a legit tripod. So you guys really believe in me. Get ready for the influencer era. Which, to be frank, I never would want to be like an influencer who just is like a walking ad, essentially. Like I would want to have like other niches and stuff. And then from my mom, well, I guess everything was from both of them, but I'm gonna say this was from my mom. She got me this bag. This, hard to see, but Coach. I think, as you should know, I'm a huge purse girl. Like the most viewed video on this channel is my Speedy 25 unboxing. I just love bags. I'm a huge bag collector, and I had this on my wish list. I saw it on the website. I don't think I've ever seen it when I've gone in person, but I just really liked it. It very much gives the vibe of like the Marc Jacobs tote bag that everyone and their mother had a couple years ago. But it's definitely different. Like I love, again, I'm a cheetah girl at heart, but it's a really nice size tote bag. I think it might be a little too small for work, which is what I originally wanted it for, but honestly, I think that's fine. It's a good, you know, like a day where I'm gonna be running around, I need a lot of crap with me, like this is perfect. And I like it too because it's different. Like I don't see this when I go out. Like I love the Brooklyn bag. I think the Brooklyn bag is beautiful, but I also feel like everyone and their mom has that bag now. Not that I don't like to have like what everyone else has, but I don't know. It's just so D. I feel like I'd rather like maybe thrift one at some point. I don't know. But, oh, and also my mom got me this. Which she ordered online and it came with like a million tags on it. Like why does this bag charm need like 10 tags? But it's so pretty. The cherries. I might put it on my current work bag because I kind of feel like it'll match better than this. Although it'll look cute. But yeah, that's another thing I would really want to make. I don't know if I would do it here or on TikTok or maybe both, but I want to like go through all of my bags because I collect them and I love them and I like to talk about them. Yeah. And then as a gift to myself, got a new perfume. Let's do a little unboxing for you guys. So I got Good Girl by Carolina Herrera, but this is like a newer one. Like it's a different scent. So I went to Macy's and I have a couple perfumes like I already know that I like, but I wanted to find something new, so I was just testing out a bunch of stuff, and honestly I didn't really like a lot of what they had to offer, but this was one of the first things I tested and I ended up going back to her. So, and this is a new one apparently, like it just came out, but isn't she so cute with the flower? And ooh, let me get it good. Let me let it focus. The flower and the heel. So gorgeous. Had to get a new scent to ring in my new year. So for anyone who cares to know, does it say like the notes? A gourmand explosion of jasmine drenched in a caramelized toffee accord and intensified by the warmth of roasted tonka bean, unveiling the most hypnotic version of Good Girl. Cute. So I'm gonna wear her tonight, but very excited. Okay, I'm back. Angle probably changed because I was just fighting with this ring light trying to get my phone on to film a TikTok. I might have to return it because it's a little cheap. But I might have sent him the link myself, so it's probably my own fault. But it's okay. I just slicked my hair back. I really should have done it before, so it would have looked better at the beginning portion of this video. But hey, we live and we learn. So I haven't put my bottoms on yet. I'm still wearing my leggings, but fit, kept it really simple. Just black shirt and this fur vest that I thrifted, you know, calm, cozy. I'm just going to dinner with my parents and Cassie, who I hope can make an appearance in this vlog. Let's go stalk her. She is on her way here from work, but she's about to hit like abysmal traffic because not only is it rush hour, it's also raining. So you know how that goes. Okay. She is 6 miles away. So like 20 minutes. Okay, cool. But hopefully she makes an appearance because she's still a part of this channel.
I've arrived.
They've been waiting.
The moment y'all have been waiting for.
They've been waiting. Okay.
Our voices probably sound so different.
Oh my god, I know.
It may be 5 years later, but we still have the same birthday
We've been
bag.
sharing this bag for
It's a little wet. It's raining.
At least 6 or 7 years at this point.
Yeah, it's quite raggedy at this point. We should maybe invest in another one for 25.
Yeah, when we're actually in our mid-20s. Yo, people have been trying to hit me with the, oh, you're in your mid-20s now. I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm still in my early 20s. Mid-20s is just 25. So miss me with that bullshit. So we're about to head out to dinner, so I think I'm just gonna wrap this up here. But if you stayed and watched the whole time, thank you so much. If you've been still subscribed after 5 years, thank you so much. I mean, you probably didn't notice, but we still appreciate it. And hoping to get a lot more content up for you guys. So here's to year 24.